Hi, I'm Ron Churchandy.
And I'm Abby, and this is your AHS News.
March 3rd, 2015 marks history as the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, speaks to Congress for the third time about their plans to develop nuclear weapons. According to Netanyahu, the United States talks with Iran to halt weapons programs and only paving the way for Israel's destruction. He believes that Iran would not develop the weapons, but develop them quicker in the U.S., and the U.S.-Iran talks continue. The Prime Minister also went under fire from the White House, and the Obama administration is general after the speech. President Obama told the press that Netanyahu's speech contained nothing new. Another White House representative said the Prime Minister's remarks had literally not one new ideal, not one single concrete alternative. The representatives also want to explain that the military actions would not set Iranian's nuclear program back. Where is the alternative? Simply demanding that Iran capitulates is not a plan, nor would any country support us in this position. The Prime Minister also offered us no concrete action plan. In fact, it was not the President that invited the Prime Minister Netanyahu to speak at the session of Congress, rather than the request of the Republican House Speaker John Boehner. Nada Patrick with the weather.
Hello, I'm Patrick Holmes. I'm here at this week's weather. Today it's going to be 65 and sunny. Tomorrow, 62 with light rain. Sunday, 62 with cloudy. And Monday, 64 and cloudy. Tuesday, 53 and sunny. Have a great week.
Alright, I'm Mikey Kelly, and this week's mirror review is The Lazarus Effect, and it is about medical researcher Frank. His fiancée Zoe and their team have achieved the impossible. They have found a way to revive the dead after a successful but unscanned experiment on a lifeless animal, and they're ready to make their work public. However, when their dean learns what they've done, he shuts them down. Zoe was killed during an attempt to recreate the experiment, leading Frank to test the process on her. Zoe is revived, but there is an evil within her. Here's the trailer.
Same dream.
Good morning, Dr. McConnell.
Good morning, James.
This whole process started with the Lazarus serum. The goal here is simple, to bring someone back from the dead.
Event 1 in 3, 2, 1.
No effect.
Maybe if we up the dosage next time, if we up... You okay?
You are playing God with a bunch of dead animals. If we're going to be asking big questions, we have to be ready for the answers.
We're gonna duplicate the experiment.
3, 2, 1.
Zoe, she's been electrocuted. Clear? I'm not gonna lose her.
You're talking about bringing someone back from the dead.
No. Hey, sweetheart, it's me.
Did I just die?
You okay?
I think something's wrong.
You've just been through a traumatic experience.
You need to let your body heal. What?
Zoe, we can help you.
It's too late for that. You have no idea what you've done. But you will.
St. Patrick's Day, aka the Feast of St. Patrick, is coming this Tuesday. This holiday occurs annually on March 17th, which marks the death of St. Patrick. St. Patrick was the most commonly recognized patron saint of Ireland. This holiday was made official in the early 17th century. We generally associate this holiday with the shamrocks and the color green. However, in the Irish tradition, there is much more to this holiday. The Irish start St. Paddy's Day by going to Mass, celebrating the life of St. Patrick, and then sharing a meal with the family. The American tradition is much different. We celebrate by dressing up in the color green and having parties and parades to honor St. Patrick and the Irish heritage. Originally, the symbolic color of St. Patrick's Day was blue, but it was later changed to green because that is the color of the shamrock. Don't forget to wear green this Tuesday. Now to Becca with her interview.
I'm Becca Rachel, and I'm here with Kelsey Hicks. I'm going to ask her a couple questions about St. Patrick's Day. What do you do to celebrate St. Patrick's Day?
I wear green.
and it's part of my culture. I may be a redhead, but I ain't Irish.
Okay. Do you bake anything for St. Patrick's Day?
We make these Sherlock, like, lucky cookies. They're shaped like a four. They look like this.
Do you mean shamrock?
They look like this, but they're cookies.
Okay. You usually wear green to avoid being pinched on this day.
Yes.
You do?
I ain't about to pinch in life. People pinch me out. Punching.
What is your favorite thing about St. Patrick's Day?
Chasing the leprechaun to get this.
The gold?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
As many of you may know, there has been a worldwide argument over what many would call the dress. The argument has many people involved in whether this dress is white and gold or black and blue. The Salvation Army is using this dress to spread a different kind of message, though, and it's about the colors of black and blue. They are bringing awareness to domestic violence, and there's been an ad on television to spread awareness for this worldwide misfortune. The ad has many models wearing a white and gold dress, and the dress resembles the one that caused the internet meltdown that has been happening over the past couple of weeks. The model also sports bruises on her face and her body, and the caption reads, "Why is it so hard to see black and blue? The only illusion is if you think it was her choice." Now to Cheyenne with her interview.
Hi, I'm Cheyenne here with Dakota Baker. We're going to ask you about the white and gold dress or the black and blue. So what's your thoughts on this dress?
On this dress, well, I've seen it on Facebook and Twitter a lot, and honestly, I've seen gold and blue. I know a lot of people said they've seen gold and white, and some seen blue and black, but I don't know, I've seen something different.
All right, so did you get any arguments about the dress?
I remember sitting in class plenty of times, and everyone would be like, no, it's black and blue, or it's gold and white, and so I'm like, no, it's gold and blue.
All right, well, thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
And here with Miss Turner, I'm going to ask her a few questions about the white and gold or black and blue dress. So what are your thoughts about the dress?
Well, I'm on team white and gold, and I don't see why anyone would go with team black and blue because, is that the other one?
Yeah, black and blue.
People who go with team black and blue just haven't learned their colors evidently. I don't know. I understand the dilemma, and it is kind of a fascinating question, but I think no matter how you perceive gold or if I perceive gold differently, it's still gold to us, so I have a problem with this. And I really think people should have worked harder on their research papers instead of worrying about the dress.
Okay, so obviously you go with white and gold. Did you argue with anybody about the dress?
There's no need to argue something that I know is true. I'm right.
Okay, thank you. You're welcome.
Over the weekend, a young black man was shot in Madison, Wisconsin. Drivers reported a young man running through traffic, hitting pedestrians and vehicles. An officer responded to the call and chased the man all the way to his apartment. The suspect, Anthony Robinson, barricaded himself in. When the officer broke the door down, a fight ensued. Robinson hit the officer in the head and other places on his body. The officer drew his service revolver and fired, fatally wounding Robinson, who died at the hospital shortly thereafter. With the recent racial riots across America, dozens of protesters look to the street near the crime scene, chanting Black Lives Matter. Protests continue throughout the weekend and will probably continue again until the federal court finds the officer guilty or not of police brutality.
Those of you that are basketball fans, March Madness starts this coming Sunday, March 15th. Here's the schedule of the NCAA tournaments from the ESPN. Sunday is the start of the selection. In the first round, it's the following: Monday, March 17th, Dayton, Ohio, second and third rounds are March 19th and the 21st at Veterans Memorial Arena, Jacksonville, Florida, KFC Yum Center in Louisville, Kentucky, Consol Energy Center, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Rose Garden, Portland, Oregon. The Midwest Regional will be March 26th and 28th in Quicken Loans Arena, Cleveland, Ohio. The West Regional will be held on the same day at the Staples Center in LA. South Regionals will be on March 27th and 29th at NRG Stadium in Houston. The East Regional will be held in the same day at the Carrier Dome in Syracuse. National semifinals will be April 4th at the Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, and the championship game will be April 6th at the Lucas Oil Stadiums in Indianapolis again. That's your NCAA tournament schedule from ESPN. Now to Connor with his interview about another sport, baseball.
I'm Connor Smith. I'm here interviewing Coach Bass about this upcoming baseball season. Are you looking forward to this baseball season?
Yeah, we're tremendously excited about this spring season coming up. Just ready for the weather to break so we can get on the field and get to work.
How do you think the season will play out this year?
I like our squad this year. We did lose several key players to graduation, but I think we have a good core of returning players coming back. We're going to have some guys step up, mainly on the mound. But I'm excited to see what the guys bring, and hopefully we'll play our best baseball come sectional time.
And how are you going to get the players motivated to win?
Well, we have a really great group of guys, and I think that they kind of motivate themselves. We're very fortunate to have baseball players who really want to succeed in the game, and me as a coach, it's just a lot of fun to coach them.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Connor.
That's all for today's news.
You stay classy, AHS.
Still Snoop Dogg and D.I. Guess who's back?
Good afternoon, Austin High School. This is my current health issues class, and they're going to be informing you on the disease known as HIV. I'm Abby.
I'm Brandy.
And we're here with the interviews over HIV.
I'm here with Mr. Stockwish, and I'm interviewing him over HIV. What do you think HIV is?
HIV stands for something I do not remember, but it's something that I believe it's a Magic Johnson disease.
And do you know how you get HIV?
Maybe by being bit by a kitten. I don't know. Yes, it's a sexually transmitted disease.
Yes. And you can get it from sharing needles.
Oh yes, you can. Yes. Any blood transfer, right?
Yes.
Or bodily fluid. Okay.
And that's about it. Thanks.
Good. Randy and I'm here with Dakota. I'm going to be asking him a couple questions about HIV. What are your thoughts about HIV?
I think HIV is a serious cause. Definitely being from my perspective, but otherwise, yeah, we should all take a great interest in it.
Okay, are you surprised Austin was the #1 county?
Honestly, probably not. But, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that goes on around here, so I'm not really that worried about it. That part, so.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm Abby, and I'm here with Court Dog, asking her about HIV. What do you think HIV is?
I'm not really sure, but I think it's like a disease that's going around Austin right now.
Do you know how you get HIV?
From unprotected sex, I think, and then maybe from using dirty needles.
That's about it. Thanks, Court Dog.
I'm Amber, and I'm here with Matt. I'm going to ask him a few questions about HIV. What are the symptoms of HIV?
Rash, bumps, other things, I don't know.
Okay. What do you think you can do to prevent yourself from getting HIV?
With a breakout right now, probably just abstinence, really, not have sex.
Thank you.
What up? I'm Brandy, and I'm here with Mr. Martin, and I'm going to interview him about HIV. What are your thoughts about HIV?
I know that it's a disease, and there's an outbreak as of right now, and most of the time it's spread through sexuality and using drugs.
Are you surprised Austin was the #1 county in Indiana?
Like I just said, when it's spread through sexuality and through drugs, I'm not surprised at all. So, sadly, no. Because I grew up here and not surprised.
I'm Abby, and I'm here with LJ, and I'm interviewing him over HIV. What do you think HIV is?
I just think it's a disease that is spreading around Austin.
Do you know how you get HIV?
Having unprotected sex, I guess.
And sharing of needles.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Thanks, LJ.
I'm Sam, and I'm here with Tanner, and I'm asking him about HIV. What do you think it's such a big issue?
I think it's a big issue because it can cause people to die.
Okay, and why do you think everybody's freaking out so much about it?
Because there's a big outbreak right now going through Austin.
Thanks.
I'm Brandy, and I'm here with Jacob Phillips asking him about HIV. What are your thoughts about HIV?
I think it's a very disgusting disease.
Are you surprised Austin was the #1 county with it?
Honestly, no, considering our population and the poverty level in our community. Other than that,
Thank you.
Sam, and I'm with Miss Sturgeon asking her about HIV. Why do you think people are making it such a big issue?
Well, it is a big issue because it's a disease that spreads and it kills. And it's a public health issue, and it's something that we all need to be worried and concerned about.
Okay, and do you think people are freaking out too much about it?
No, I don't. That's just like the measles. We thought measles were gone, and now we have over 100 cases of measles back again in the population. We thought HIV was under control, but apparently it isn't. It has to be due to reckless practices or, drug use. And so we need to think of ways to create solutions to the problem.
How HIV is spread. HIV is spread through needles, sex, semen, rectal fluids, vaginal fluids, breast milk, birth, sexual contact, and oral sex. How HIV is spread by needles. When someone is infected with HIV and they use the needle, it is easily spread by injecting the infected needle into another body.
When having sexual intercourse, you should wear a condom to help prevent the spread of HIV/AIDS. You should not have sexual intercourse when the girl is on her menstrual cycle because someone that has HIV or AIDS can spread that through blood.
Misconceptions about HIV.
Health Department, Planned Parenthood, Indiana, Incorporation, Scottsburg Health Center.
Myth number 1, I can get HIV by being around people who are HIV positive. Number 2, I don't need to worry about becoming HIV positive. New drugs will keep me well. Myth number 3, I can get HIV from mosquitoes. Myth number 4, I am HIV positive, my life is over. Myth number 5, AIDS is genocide. Myth number 6, I'm straight and I don't use IV drugs, I won't become HIV positive. Myth number 7, I'm receiving treatment, I can't spread the HIV virus. Myth number 8, my partner and I are both HIV positive, there are no reason for us to practice safer sex. Myth number 9, I could tell if my partner was HIV positive. Myth number 10, you can't get HIV from oral sex.
How to stay safe from HIV. Don't share needles or engage in unprotected sex.
Don't touch bodily fluids. Don't touch someone's blood.
Don't use the same needles, ink for tattooing and body piercing. Prevent blood, semen, or fresh milk of someone who is HIV positive.
Where can you go to get treatment for HIV? CVS, hospitals, and health places.
HIV attacks the immune system, which is the body's natural defense system. The white blood cells are an important part of the immune system. They help fight away the infection. Many people do not develop symptoms after getting infected with HIV. Others have flu-like illnesses within several days of being exposed to the virus. Symptoms of HIV. Fever, fatigue, swollen lymph nodes, often one of the first signs of HIV infection. Diarrhea, weight loss, coughing, shortness of breath.
What's going on in Scott County? HIV is spreading more through the counties. One of the counties is Scott County.
How is HIV spread? HIV is spread by people sharing needles. Another way people are spreading is sexual transmission.
A good way to make sure you do not get HIV is to know your partners and your own status, and do not have unprotected sex. Also, do not share needles.
That's it until next time.
Stay safe, Austin High.